What's cracklin', Oatbran? This is or so they say, and this is allegedly I played a thing, Demon Souls. Last time there was some unpleasantness, and we basically ended up killing everyone outside the Nexus and a couple people in it, at the behest of Mephistopheles, who showed up when our character tendency was at pure black. Well, the next target of our Mephistopheles ordered assassinations was Ostrava, but Ostrava has gone ahead to 1-4, so we will have to trail him there. Which is just as well, because that's really the only new place left to go anyway. One other thing I'd like to talk about briefly, a little shop talk before we get started. Lately I've not been entirely satisfied with the quality of my videos after they're uploaded to YouTube. I record in 720p, I encode in 720p, and my local file looks fine, but after I after I upload it to YouTube, and their compression steps on it, it looks kind of shitty. Well, I talked about this a little in the Discord, and a couple folks there, and some additional folks in my internet wanderings, suggested that I should actually upsample it to a higher resolution and then upload it to YouTube. And this actually worked fairly well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue uploading 720p videos to Skunk Fuqua where they look fine because they're not being transcoded again. But the one for YouTube, I'm going to upsample that shit to 4K and upload it. And that way, it should look decent at 720p and hopefully even, what's the next one? 1080p, thank you. Who am I thanking? Anywho, hopefully that'll work out okay. If it causes any problems, then, do let me know. So I'm going to do that going forward, and for the good quality versions of any of my older stuff, you can still always get them at Skunk Fuqua. And if YouTube doesn't like me using so much of their storage, they can make their transcoder less terrible. Anywho, now to get properly underway, we have enough souls for one additional level, so we'll do that and then we'll head on into 1-4.
Thou seekest then
You bet I do.
soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Okay, our three primary stats are even right now,
Vessel.
and when in doubt, I tend to take endurance.
World might be mended. Art thou mend?
Gotta max out that shield tanking. Alright, the Penetrator Archstone. The King's Tower that once symbolized Boletaria is now ridden with dragon claw marks, with only the old king watching all from his broken throne. Alright. New paths lie ahead. You know, I want to say early in this level, somewhere off to the side one way or the other, there's a crystal gecko. I don't remember that with any reliability, but I want to check. Okay, probably false memory. I do tend to have those. Right out of the gate, we're seeing a big old dead dragon with a couple of crossbowmen up top. Not sure what happened here. But job number one, of course, is going to be getting rid of those. Oh, there's another one off to the side there. I didn't even see him right away. They're kind of staggering their shots a little bit, so I gotta be a little tricky here. Well, that's inconvenient. Went and dropped off the back of the dragon. Oop! Wasn't sure if he had a shot on me, and he sure does. Fortunately, he stands back up, we can hit him again. And let's see, who else have we got a shot at? Oh, and I do see the telltale sickly red gleam of a black phantom behind the dragon, so that's going to be an issue for us surely, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. First, there are crossbowmen. And if we are dealing with Black Phantoms, we certainly don't need any of their bullshit. What are you looking at? I think the guy who fell behind the dragon is still there, but no doubt he will make himself known soon enough. To make it a little easier on myself to pull the Black Phantoms individually, I think what I'm gonna do... Oh, what am I looking at? I think what I'm gonna do is put on my Grave Robber's ring. I'm not 100% sure if that's more effective against NPC Black Phantoms, but I think that is the case. Ah, there he is. Thank you, sir. Some quality consumables. Those never go unappreciated. Oh! Shit. Gecko. Well, I'll have to come back and give that another try at some point. The good news is, these, like most NPC Black Phantoms, do not respawn, so all we have to do is deal with them once. There's also an interesting quality to these NPCs, which you will see very shortly. First, I just want to get one of them wandering over my way. You coming? I don't want to completely cheese you, I just want to get you to fight one at a time. Now, you remember that there are a couple of bosses that we fought that are demonic versions of Boletaria's legendary heroes. There was Alfred the Tower, there was Metis, Knight of the Lance, and there was Longbow Ulan, who we know a little less about. But I will go a little more into Ulan momentarily. The neat thing is, these Black Phantoms are the... I'll come back here. Grave Robber's ring might actually be working a little too well. There we go. Anyway, the neat thing about these NPC Black Phantoms, as I was beginning to say, is that they are the human-scale version of those demonified Boletarian heroes. This one, wielding the Penetrator's sword, is Metis, Knight of the Lance. This is, of course, never explicitly spelled out by the game, but it's really... Oh, shit! But it's really obvious. You'll see when we start to fight some of the other ones, too. Oh! Gotta be a little more careful. Can't be in a rush to get this shit done. And we get the penetrating sword, appropriately enough. Alright, who's next on the hit list? Mr. Big Stuff with the giant shield, you must be Alfred. Since you have a giant shield and a spear from which to poke behind it, poke from behind it, I should say, breaking out to the anti-shield specialty. Alright, Al. Get your ass out here. Alfred. Yep. Even when he hasn't been pulled, he's sometimes smart enough to know when to block. Al. Al, you're busting my balls here. Get over here and fight. Grave Robber's Ring, I think that does in fact work very well on NPC Black Phantoms. Okay, duder. You I do like the way he hides behind his shield as soon as he goes back to his starting position, though. He's not a complete fool. Okay, we're spotted. We're spotted, that's good. We can get him a little further out and throw down. Oop. That's right, I of all people should know that it's perfectly possible to poke from behind a shield when you have a spear equipped. This is, of course, entirely doable without blind. Most playthroughs I don't even fight Black Phantom Selin, but it makes things a good deal easier. Oh, and I've got him bleeding. Excellent. Yeah, fighting him without blind is, of course, entirely doable. It's just, kind of tedious because you have to play very conservatively, because anytime he wants to, he can just tank your hits on the shield and poise right through them to poke you with the spear. Oh, fuck me. That ain't no good. That he's wielding, that is the Scraping Spear. And as we've discussed, the Scraping Spear is a very trollish weapon, in that it breaks equipment, and rather quickly at that. So my blind is now broken, which means not only... Oh, God. What was I saying? Oh, yes, my weapon is now broken. Notice my armband is also broken, so not only is blind doing very little damage now, it also loses its spear-penetrating properties. Okay, a somewhat costly victory, but at least we got a lot of souls for it, so that should make us at least break even, I would think, with respect to repairing our shit. Oh, you know what? I bet this is the tower shield. The tower shield is real fucking heavy. But we no longer have to worry about pulling the Black Phantom separately, being as there's only one left. So, we can go ahead and put this bad boy on. And take it as a souvenir, if nothing else. So now that leaves us with Longbow Ulan. Now, when Ostrava told us about Ulan, he said that he was a chieftain with many legions, I believe. Now, when we get that Phantom out here, you will see that the last Black Phantom NPC of Boletaria's heroes over there is a woman. Makes me wonder if in the original Japanese, if it wasn't actually a gendered term that Ostrava used. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this is Ulan. And Ulan, being commander of legions, I think she was Phalanx. Although Phalanx certainly didn't have a bow, in fact did not have any attacks at all, aside from its underlings. You gonna fire that? As far as defense goes, one nice thing is that Ulan here does not have a 100% physical block shield. So even when she takes hits on the shield, you'll still be doing some chip damage. And further suggesting that this is Longbow Ulan is the fact that she really prefers to use that bow. She'll stand and throw it down with you if you force her to, but really, she would rather plink away at you from a distance anytime possible. Being as she is so defensively impaired, Ulan is easily the easiest of the three. Now, you may recall, I said we would get another copy of the white bow. And there it is. We are now substantially burdened, so I think it would behoove us to make a run back to the Nexus. Drop off all our extra shit. And looking at my soul counts, also get a level. Oh, and repair all our broken stuff too, that would be nice. Alright, Baldwin, what's the damage?
I can forge weapons for you, at a fair price.
Yeah, let's see about that fair price. Okay, blind is actually not that expensive to repair. Somewhat to my surprise. How about our armlet? 3,500, yeah, that's no joke. And the other stuff that wasn't completely broken demands a fair amount of souls to repair as well. But hey, we're flush, we can afford it. Oh, you know, it just occurred to me, did we ever actually look at the white bow? Do I still have one in the inventory? That's a negative. Let me pull that out real quick.
Thank good I was...
Actually, I should be able to just look at the description right here. With 2 strings intertwined, it is the legendary weapon which is said to be impossible for a human to handle. Its range of fire is extremely long. The white bow actually does have the longest range of any bow in the game. It's not as strong as a viscous compound longbow would be if you have enough dexterity to make use of its superior scaling, but it does not shoot as far as the white bow. So that's your trade-off.
We are indebted to you, for you fight on our behalf.
It pleases me to serve, Thomas. It pleases me to serve. I'm so silly, I forgot my level.
Thou seekest then soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Art thou the main...
Up in them HP, never the worst of ideas. Alright, let's see if I can take down that lizard without getting pincushioned by crossbow dudes. Oh, no, don't lock onto that! Ooh. Gotta not get shot to death, too. There we go. Ooh, chunks of hardstone. We can certainly use those. Next time I head to the Nexus, I'll see what all I entirely need to get the shield up another level. This is far less tedious than trying to counter-snipe all of them. There we go. And yes, our Black Phantom heroes are gone for good, fortunately. I want to say progress is to the left here. Actually, no, looking ahead, it looks like that's a dead end. But a dead end with treasure, which is my very favorite kind. We aren't exactly in need of a bunch of those right about now, but it's the thought that counts. Don't know why I was so sure the left was the progress route. Oh, hello. Think you can get away, do you? Ooh, more chunky style. Even the appearance of a red-eyed knight can't harsh my buzz. He got really determined to smack me with that shield there. Now he's probably going to try to heal. Nope, he's gonna try and break my guard. Alright, when I go in here, I think it's gonna be kind of dark and there will be various enemies trying to shoot me from the darkness. Yep. I actually remembered rightly for a change. I also think that there's another red-eye kicking around up there somewhere, so we will have to approach with caution. I think it might be a greatsword red-eye too, which is a very damaging variety. Well, there's a red-eye around. He's not making himself known quite yet. Which is fine by me. Gives me an opportunity to take out some of these crossbowmen. Where are you shooting from up there? Oh. Oh, we got an assassin too. And I gave him my back, which was a terrible idea, but fortunately he didn't capitalize. Being a little careless with my endurance. Alright, come on, I know there's got to be a greatsword red-eye up here somewhere. My memory really wants to believe that. Oh my goodness, I was right about something else, hot damn. I do occasionally manage to remember a thing or two. It's fairly rare, but it happens. Oh yeah, and they can break your guard pretty well. Oh, they can also break your face pretty well. Oh, what can I not pick up any more of? Have I got 99 of something? Huh. I would think that would be something pretty good. Maybe he's got a bunch of full moon grass? Let's find out. Oh, come on. Reveal your treasures. Huh. I don't know what the hell just happened. Oh, here we are. Because I tried to pick it up, it's no longer attached to his body. Ah, yep, full moon grass indeed. Cool. Now we're really topped up. We've got multiple fat ministers. They'll probably try and trade some shots with me with their fire magic, but... Huh, missed. That time I didn't. That's right, you do your sassy strut right over this way. Oh, that's right. There's another dragon. Remember how there was a blue dragon up there with the red one in that nesting spot that we found in 1-1? Yep. This is where the blue one makes himself known. just stand there and try to shoot me if that's what you're into. I don't mind trading with you. Oh. Somehow I lost the ability to hit him there. Ooh. Gotta watch my greed. I think getting greedy gets me punished more than pretty much anything else I do in this game. Ooh, very quality grass though. So, our dragon friend there, he's got a pretty good vantage point there to just, blow all kinds of fire all over this bridge, and that is in fact what he will do, given half the chance. So... okay, with the purple flame shield, we probably won't die if we take a little bit of the fire. So I'm going to carefully judge where its range is. Because I don't really remember that super well. And because I got my baby, again, we probably will not die if I eat a little bit of it. I'm still safe. Still safe. Not by much, but still safe. Wow, can I go even further than that? Okay, that's about where it stops. Good to know. Oh dear. I forgot. Kinda have to let the stamina recover before you can block some more things. That's how the game mechanics work. Now what I would chiefly like to do here get Mr. Minister there, within range of the fire breath. But I can barely see him, and I don't know if I'll be able to hit him. The fact that the screen is going bananas every time the dragon breathes doesn't make this any easier. Keep hitting the little post right in front of my face there. Okay, that was really close. I think this is probably doable. Yeah, there we go. And that's exactly what I was hoping would happen. Magnificent. Now this can be a fair bit more difficult than staying out of the red dragon's fire path. So, we're going to swap this out for the ring of flame resistance. How much does that actually improve it? 159 to 199. Not bad. And for this purpose, I have also brought along Water Veil, which I attuned before I murdered Drake, for just this particular occasion. And I'm going to see if I can actually pick up the pre-placed treasure there along with the Minister's drop. Right, do your breathing. Big consumable, moving grass. That still hurt a fair bit, wow. Let me get out of here. Okay, now we'll try and do it properly. Run, 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 run. Oh, another treasure, damn it. Another consumable. And I see... oh, no, no, don't walk onto the dragon. No! I'm going to miss my lizard. Dang it. Yeah, well. We survived, and that's a very valuable thing indeed. Now, if I really wanted to, I could just stand here and plunk away at the dragon all day with various missile weapons, but eventually he would get low on health and fly away, and I think the next time we saw him he would regenerate it, or at least in part, so that's going to be kind of a waste of time and ammunition. Think when we get close, yes, he will just take off now. Ah, yes, okay. We're actually getting pretty close to the end of 1-4 already. If we had not murdered Bjor, he would be here running around and saying, "Leave the flying lizard to me," and then proceed to do absolutely nothing of value. He would just kind of run around on the stairs, taking fire blasts to the face. Taking them very well to the face. It takes a lot of them to kill him. But, yeah, he doesn't actually do anything with respect to actually taking out the flying lizard, as he puts it. But we have murdered Bjor, and so that's not going to happen. We'll be able to check him out here next loop when I'm maybe not quite so evil. So, how's my MP? Okay, Water Veil actually does not cost very much at all. That's good. About the only thing that Bjor does help with here, now that I think about it, is he kind of gives you an idea of where the dragon's range is, because he'll constantly be drawing fire from it. But it doesn't really do anything to draw the flame away from you. Some basic knight weaponry for whatever reason. I am going to try and grab the treasure here, by the way. Somewhat tempting fate, but damn it, I'm going to do it. Legendary Soldier's Soul is a good soul. In fact, I think it might be the best soul. Okay, let's get me out of here. We will do this in nice bite-sized chunks. Oh! Took that on the shield and still got my shit wrecked. Not sure why. That's kind of how he does, is just sweep back and forth. It's gonna go left to right. Yoink. There we go, that's a proper take on the shield. That is not. Now, the way I'm going about this is rather silly. We actually have an opportunity to get rid of the dragon once I make it to the top of these stairs, so actually trying to grab the treasure now doesn't make a tremendous amount of sense. Let's stop doing that. Okay, he's going to one side. He's going to the other side. And once we're underneath him, then it actually becomes a good idea and a good opportunity to do away with him. However, I think I see a friend. Yep, it's our homie Ostrava. As has been discussed in the comments of the last video, if I talk to Ostrava here, then I'm not able to kill him, and it will not count to Mephistopheles' side quest, and we will not be able to complete said side quest. So, let's let our spear do the talking. Not like that, Salad.
What on earth are you doing? Please, you must not. I thought we were allies.
And dead. At least I think that worked properly. I hope it did. And we get the Mausoleum Key. This will also drop if you kill him anywhere else in the game, or if he gets killed by enemies during one of the rescue segments. So, unless he drops it in a place that you can't retrieve it, and can't reload the game to get, then whatever happens to Ostrava, you'll always be able to get that key. And we can go play with that very shortly. However, nifty way of taking out the dragon here. If I go into first person, we can't actually aim that high. On the other hand, lock-on works just fine. And I believe kunai will work handily here for poisoning the dragon. I think I could also use rotten arrows, but might as well get rid of these kunais because I don't tend to use them very much. You know, I probably should have brought something other than the lava bow, because fire arrows aren't the most useful thing on Earth here. Ah well. If we have to come back, we can always come back, but I think this should be doable. Am I too far away? Oh, nope, I'm seeing little fours appear. They're a little hard to see against the sky. And we're poisoning. Excellent. Now we start shooting. And the poison will help everything go faster. This is, however, going to take quite some time. So, we will skip ahead a bit. Rotten arrows confirmed. Thought I remembered that working. Well, that took a very long time. You saw that there were over 2,000 HP in that combo alone. And there was more than one combo involved. I also went through all of my wooden arrows, all of my standard arrows, all of my Todai arrows, and several of my white arrows. But the dragon is finally down, and we get a trophy for that, and the large flame-scale demon soul. Even though it says it may sometimes change into magic miracles or weapons, the large flame-scale demon soul cannot actually be traded or turned into anything. It's just a snack. So we'll snack, for a very respectable 30k. The dragon, unsurprisingly, does not respawn, so it will trouble us no more, leaving us free to collect any treasure on the stairs. I don't think there's anything else really kicking around, but I do want to be thorough. It's additionally convenient that the dragon will not bother us any further, because we are going to have to come back this way. We do, after all, have an assassination to report, and we've got a mysterious key. I really hope the assassination quest works right. I could not remember if Ostrava dying in one hit is normal, or if that indicated something broke. You'll find out soon enough. Okay, I think we're free and clear, so I'm going to go ahead back to the Nexus, and I will rejoin you there. Home again, jiggity jig. Something I neglected to mention is that the large-scale flame... the large flame-scale demon soul we got from the blue dragon. You get the small flame-scale demon soul from killing the red dragon, but that's even more tedious and annoying, so I generally don't bother doing it. Alright. Let us cross our fingers and hope Mephistopheles' side quest continues to function. Guess what I did?
Well, well. Very smooth work. Almost merciless. Here is your reward. Be thankful for it. Normally it would never find its way into your impure hands.
And that's actually a pretty goddamn good reward. Which is probably why she makes such a fuss over it and says it would not normally fall into someone's hands like ours. Which is rude, by the way. Here I'm doing all your jobs and you're putting me down. But if you're gonna be handing me very special legendary items, I suppose I can't get too mad. Anywho, this is why it is possible to get 2 Talismans of Beasts in one run. This and the one from Black Phantom Scurver. Not that there's really any reason to have 2 of them, but it's a thing you can do. Or if you just don't want to deal with Black Phantom Scurver, you can just do the Mephisto thing.
Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill the witch Yuria. I will, of course, provide you with a reward of similar value.
Yuria? Oh, come on, boss, do I gotta? Alright. No sense in turning back now, I suppose.
Excellent. I'm relying on you.
Alright, alright. But before we do that, let me just go ahead and drop off my stuff with Thomas and see if there's anything we can do with those chunks we just picked up. I'm not sure I'm fighting entirely on your behalf anymore, but I appreciate the thought. Alright, my friend. Can you make my shield shieldier?
I can forge weapons.
We will, of course, want to do this first in any case. My assassin's hood got damaged for 1 soul. Ah, nope. We do not have enough chunks. We would also need regular splinters, but those are farmable from the hoplites if need be. Well, I do have to go back that way, so maybe we can hit the lizards again. Including the one that I didn't get the first time around. Knock wood.
You come back alive. I need your business.
Now, before we take on poor Yuria, there are a few more things I want to do. First off, we've got the souls for levels.
That then soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Out thou main.
There we are. We've still got some in the tank, but not enough. Alright, the other order of business is that mysterious key we just got. Carved agalmatolite key opens the Boletarian royal family mausoleum. It's hard to pronounce. Is agalmatolite an actual mineral, or is this a fantasy thing like mithril or what have you? I do not know, I'll have to look that up. Anywho, you may remember, if you have a very good memory, in 1-1, there was a little side trip that took us to the first Red Eye Knight in the game. One that will rush you and you should probably not take on at very low levels. This homie, right here. And if you have a really, really, really good memory, you may also recall that there's a locked door over here beyond the Red-Eyed Knight. And opening that is exactly what we can do with our shiny new key. Ooh, more quality grass. Since I recklessly got myself stabbed there, all the better. I think we can take these off the hotbar. Should also probably put some actually good quality, or quantity I should say, of grass on there as well. Oh, a winged spear. I don't actually know why I bothered doing that. I had 99 of them. Ah well, the important thing is, a new place in 1-1.
Thou who seeketh the king's sword, I am the old king. Show me thine strength, and the strength of thine souls.
This is Old King Doran, who Ostrava, I believe, also spoke of. He's guarding a legendary sword back there, which is another thing Ostrava told us about. But we have to prove our worth before he'll let us pick it up.
Prepare thyself, brave knight.
I don't know if I really have any right to call myself a knight anymore. Now, Old King Doran is fundamentally an enemy NPC, with all the AI and moveset and all that usual stuff that implies. He is, however, an incredibly strong one, as you can tell by the damage that he just inflicted on me, and how little damage I am inflicting upon him. And the fact that he just went straight through my guard, although the fact that I didn't have my stamina full had something to do with that. Oh! And he will kill you for real. So, on the run back, I rather stupidly fell down some stairs and lost my soul pile, but I did make it back here. Well, let's gear ourselves up a little more cleverly here. Deep string isn't really going to do me any good. What would? I suppose the clever rat's ring couldn't hurt. Anything else I should be doing? No, although I am going to want my warding. So, Old King Doran, as I was saying, is really just an NPC fighter, at the end of the day. Just an incredibly durable and an incredibly strong one. Fortunately, in order to claim the sword, you don't actually have to hurt him all that much. It is kind of interesting to me that he will genuinely kill you. This is a very high-stakes test. Well, I guess the old king just takes his duty seriously. What is he even doing? He's just kind of wandering around. For a while, it didn't seem like he was even taking any interest in me. He does have some armor on those swings, so it takes a certain amount of caution to approach him. You don't want to get too greedy, which has been kind of a standard enemy of mine throughout this playthrough. I don't think he's especially vulnerable to any particular kind of damage, but I don't remember for sure off the top of my head. NPC types usually aren't. Woo! Fighting this long, and he still, like, barely has a visible part of his health down. I'll try to do a little slap at me. If you're gonna come at me with some respect. So I've been poking at you quite a bit, shedding a decent amount of your blood. Have I not proven myself enough yet?
Thou dost well to impress one such as me, young knight. I am Old King Doran, and thou hast proven thine strength to me. Go forth, and take the king's sword in thine hand.
Thank you, Your Highness. Don't mind if I do. And we have Demon Brand, or as it is rendered in the Atlas localization, Demon Brant with a T on the end. The demon-rending blade handed down to the Boletaria royal family, the opposing white blade to the Soul Brand. It is especially powerful against demons. This blade power increases the user's soul to a level far from that of a demon. So there's Soul Brand and Demon Brand, and the one that we've got is the one that I believe gets stronger with your positive character tendency. That is, it's stronger if your character tendency is pure white, and the other one is if it is pure black. I think I've got those right, but it is entirely possible I could have gotten them backwards. Hang on a moment, I need a drink. There we go. Now, you might imagine that all that health is there for a reason, and indeed it is. You can keep fighting Old King Doran with the intent of killing him, and because we're evil, we're going to do that. The hitch to that is, of course, that he's incredibly powerful and has an incredibly large amount of hit points. So Death Cloud and Poison Cloud are really the easiest way to cheese him. Unfortunately, I don't have those attuned, and Frake is dead, so I cannot change my magic. I'll try this once or twice a legitimate time, and if I can't do that, fortunately there are a few other ways of cheesing him. He has ceased to be a target, and he's constantly turning towards me, so I can't just creep up and backstab him, unfortunately. We do, however, get a couple of free hits, so I'm going to go ahead and two-hand my weapon and miss spectacularly. And get as much out of those free hits as we can. Won't make a huge difference, but every little bit might count. Pretty slow to anger, this old king. Pretty hard to aim this two-handed R2. Ooh, is he gonna be like Bior and, like, forget how to get angry? That would be awesome. Oh. And just like Bior, it seems if he gets too far from his, usual location, he'll have to walk back to it and open himself up for a stabbing. Outstanding. I really would have expected him to get mad by now. This is super weird. Is he just gonna keep hanging out and refusing to aggro on me?
I am the old king. Darest thou to challenge me? Very well. But may thou be determined from the depths of thine heart, else thou shalt fail. May fate be with thee.
Oh, he has heals. I didn't remember he has heals. Yep, wasn't gonna get so lucky as for him to pull a Bior on me. I was kinda hoping. Because there's really nothing that interesting about this fight that would make me hesitant to cheese it in an LP. It's just a really strong NPC with a ridiculous health pool. But if this doesn't work out, then we can, again, cheese him in some other ways. Would be easier if we had access to the clouds, but we do not. I should really not be tempting fate quite so much with these combos. Doran? I do not recall if he has unlimited heals or not. I think limited heals aren't usually a thing for NPCs in this game, so he probably does. which means once his health starts to get down, we have to keep it a little bit more aggressive. And that's extremely risky with someone who can quite possibly one-shot you. Or close to it. Don't really know if I should be going for these triple hits, but this guy's gonna take forever and a day to bring down any other way. And I would like to get out of this battle one way or the other before I turn 42. Yep, I invited that. Now that we right and proper pissed old King Doran off, he stays right and proper pissed off, and will attempt to murder us as soon as we approach within his aggro radius. So we just have to do the whole fight over again, is what I'd say if I were going to try to cheese him. Now, here is a method that is nowhere near as easy as just cheesing him with Poison and Death Cloud, but it's doable, and it certainly is a lot quicker than fighting him properly, if you can pull it off. So, Storm Ruler. You remember Storm Ruler. Very handy against the Storm King Archdemon, but I mentioned that outside of that fight it doesn't really do very much, and that is true. Not very damaging at all. Borderline useless. However, it does have one really nifty quality. It kinda launches a motherfucker. You're going to be taking advantage of that property, along with the fact that old King Doran is no more resistant to gravity than anyone else. Do you begin to see the possibilities? I was going to put my warding on there, but I remembered I took off my wand in favor of Storm Ruler. Probably should have prepared a little better. Yeah, we're just going to have to keep knocking him on back this way. I suppose you could technically just stun lock him to death doing this, but it would take so long. Ooh. Must exercise caution. Storm Ruler ain't going to stop him from tearing you a new one. And we're just gonna keep smacking him along, smacking him along. Okay, he's a little out of alignment, so I'm gonna let him even himself up a little bit there. And I think at this point he may actually be outside of his functional aggro zone, so instead of actually trying to kill us, he's just gonna go ahead and keep trying to walk around us and get back to his starting point. This is useful. We can make use of this. That's not what was intended. Now what the hell am I gonna do? Pick up a treasure I missed before, apparently. Which is not a very interesting one. Oh, a merry chase we'll have. The Storm Ruler is broken, but it can still launch people. I'm actually somewhat impressed at his pathfinding. Ooh, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Yeah! Okay, that wasn't exactly the way I intended to do it, but it worked. And there's our ill-gotten trophy. We really are evil this run. Alright, now if I quit out and reload, his stuff should appear here. Or perhaps not. Maybe we need to go back to his spawn point. That might be the way this works. There we go. We get to the Ancient King's Gear and the Eternal Warrior's Ring. There's good news and bad news here. The bad news is, the Ancient King Gear can only be equipped by men. The bronze mask of the demigod Old King Doran. There is a jewel inlaid in the headpiece. And it just says pretty much the same thing. The Eternal Warrior's Ring, on the other hand, that's a little more interesting. An old bronze ring possessed by Old King Doran. Stamina recovery speed rises. The hero Doran, protector of the royal family of Boletaria, lives on forever as a demigod. Or, well, he did anyway, until we knocked him off a catwalk. Anyway, yeah, this is the Demon Souls version of the Chloranthy ring. And that is a very quality ring indeed. Alright, enough of this sideshow. Let's get back onto the Nexus and do the thing we gotta do. Hello out there, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a good time, and I've been glad to have you. If you enjoyed this video, new subscribers always brighten my day, and if you really dig my stuff and would like to support me on Patreon, I shall be very grateful indeed. You're also invited to go with the stream every Friday at twitch.tv/unplayedathing. Thank you again, and have a good one.